Following the success of their first show Double or Nothing, AEW looks to build up more momentum as their television debut on TNT, scheduled for Wednesday 2nd October, draws near. However, with Jon Moxley, one of AEW's biggest stars, having to bow out due to an elbow injury, the promotion scrambled to find a suitable replacement. Likewise, one half of the Lucha brothers, Phoenix, is working with a possible leg injury, which will likely impact him in his ladder match against the Young Bucks. Nevertheless, AEW seems prepared to go ahead. But what about our predictions? Who's going to come out the winner and who's coming out the loser? Are there any titles that are going to change hands? Who will be crowned the first AEW champion in the main event? Join us now as we look at our predictions for AEW's All Out pay-per-view. First, let's look into the pre-show, as All Out will feature two matches to try and encourage fans sitting on the fence to order the pay-per-view, which is at a hefty $50 in the US. Nevertheless, here are the matches. First up is a 21 Women Casino Battle Royal, and the winner will receive a match for the inaugural AEW Women's World Championship. AEW seems to be pacing itself when it comes to crowning its various championships, perhaps not wanting to rush the process and diminish the title's value. Of course, they're probably hoping this process will help boost buy rates and television ratings. Like the 21-man Battle Royal at Double or Nothing, the winner of this bout will become one of two contenders for AEW's inaugural Women's Championship. That match is currently scheduled for AEW's debut episode on TNT. While we don't know all 21 competitors, we do know the following wrestlers will be competing: Teal Piper, Ivelisse, Jazz, Britt Baker, Big Swole, aka Ariel Monroe, Sadie Gibbs, and Awesome Kong. While WrestleMania hasn't heard of any names for the remaining entrants, you can expect at least one or two stars to show up to round things up. However, look for Awesome Kong to win this one and prove an immediate threat to whomever her opponent is in the finals on 2nd October. The next match is a tag team match between Private Party of Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn versus Angelico and Jack Evans. Double or Nothing's pre-show was a puzzling mix of matches, with fans and analysts debating how much of an incentive it created for fans for wanting to buy the pay-per-view itself. Angelico and Jack Evans have yet to win a match in AEW, so they have a lot to prove and could move up the ranks with a win over Cassidy and Quinn, a team already entered into the AEW's Tag Team Championship tournament. While Angelico and Evans aren't about to roll over, look for Private Party to use this match to build momentum for their round 1 battle against the Young Bucks. But that was the pre-show. Let's move on to the main show, as AEW has several matches designed to build up new stars, matches to put on the proverbial wrestling clinic and appeal to work rate enthusiasts, as well as some storyline driven matches that also incorporate world-class workers. AEW has repeatedly stressed wins and losses count, and if true, every match will mean something more than filling up pay-per-view time. We're guessing they're going to open up with the 6-man tag match between Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt versus SoCal Uncensored, which is Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. Luchasaurus has already built up a cult following, and this match should be a lot of fun. Look for Luchasaurus and company to win the match though. Next up, a women's match between Riho and Hikaru Shida. Although AEW hasn't confirmed it, rumour has it the winner of this match will play an important role in the AEW's Women's Championship picture. Whether this means a title shot after a champion has been crowned or a spot in the match to determine the first champion is speculation at best. Riho and Shida displayed their skills at Double or Nothing, teaming in a 6-women tag match. Now fans will get to see how they work against each other. AEW has said it wants to showcase its female division, and this is a good way to do so with two excellent performers. But we see Riho coming out with the win. Next up, the Cracker Barrel Classic between Darby Allin versus Joey Janela versus Jimmy Havoc. One would have to think back to the early days of WCW to find such a blatant corporate sponsorship. Nevertheless, this one looks to be an instant classic as all three wrestlers can go. This match came about after this trio competed at Fight for the Fallen, losing to the team of MJF, Sammy Guevara and Shawn Spears. As sometimes happens after a loss, tempers fled and Allin, Janela and Havoc began fighting, leading to this bout. Like most of the matches on this card, AEW books its wrestlers so well that anyone could come out on top. This one is a toss-up, so WrestleMania is relying on its endless summer computer system to plot a victor. Let's just go with Darby Allin. Next up, another tag match between best friends of Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta. versus the Dark Order of Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, as the winner receives a first round bye into the AEW World Tag Team Championship Tournament. A first round bye will go a long way for any time entered in AEW's Tag Team Tournament, and while Taylor and Beretta will pose a threat, the Dark Order's use of outside interference and off-the-wall stunts will see them win this one. With the Dark Order having a small army of henchmen, the best friends seem to be at a serious disadvantage despite their proven skills in the ring. A win against these odds would do more than give the best friends a first round bye, it would give them some added prestige as a team. Nonetheless, don't count on it happening. Next up is Pac versus Kenny Omega. There's no getting around that fans wanted to see Jon Moxley wrestle Kenny Omega rather than Pac, who worked in the WWE as Neville, but by the end of this match, they may not care as both Pac and Omega should put on an outstanding match that could steal the show. AEW has considerable pressure to make up for Moxley's absence, and rumour has it the Moxley vs Omega match will take place on one of AEW's first television shows on TNT. Moxley has pulled out of StarCast 3 due to doctor's restrictions, so don't count on seeing him at All Out. Even if he could make an appearance outside the ring, it would be a short-sighted move as it would take away from this match. Moxley's out, so AEW should focus on showing why Pac vs Omega is equally worthy of the fans' money, and again, you can be certain Pac and Omega will do their best to over-deliver. That is unless Pac has one of his notorious hissy fits over the finish. Hopefully, AEW worked out a performance bond or other guarantee to make sure Pac shows up and finishes the match as directed. With wrestling scuttlebutt being that AEW wants to go with actual finishes for their matches, i.e. no disqualifications or countouts, it makes sense for Omega to go over Pac in order to build up Omega's eventual match against Moxley. Next up, the ladder match for the AAA World Tag Team Championship as the Lucha Brothers of Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix go up against the Young Bucks, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson. These two teams have had some fantastic battles over the AAA World Tag Team Championship, with both teams trading the title in some phenomenal encounters. On paper this should be the best match yet, but the problem is we don't know the extent of Rey Fenix's leg injury, something which could potentially restrict him or even sideline him during the match. This one seems too close to call, but look for the champions to retain, allowing the Bucks time to focus on AEW's World Tag Team Championship. If Fenix is healthy, this could easily become a Match of the Year candidate. Next up, Cody versus Shawn Spears. Spears, who wrestled as Ty Dillinger in the WWE, made quite the impression on AEW fans and Cody when he clobbered Cody in the head with a steel chair, busting him open with a hard-way shot. Spears' violent attack on Cody at Fyter Fest led to a firestorm of controversy as to whether AEW was going to employ what some see as unnecessarily risky moves like unprotected chair shots to the head. Although AEW President Tony Khan has stated the promotion's pay-per-views will be edgier than its television shows, we just don't know how violent things will get until All Out takes place. Whatever happens, expect a great match from both men, and the added intrigue of who Cody will bring to his corner to offset the presence of Spears' manager, Four Horsemen founder Tully Blanchard. Look for Spears to score the upset with help from his new mentor, and set things up for a rematch down the road. Now let's move on to the main event, between Adam Page versus Chris Jericho, where the winner will be crowned the first AEW champion. Now this match will not only crown AEW's first champion, but send a strong signal what direction the company intends to go in. Jericho is arguably AEW's best known wrestler to the mainstream audience, but stars such as Adam Page, Cody Rhodes, Jon Moxley and others are the future of the company. If Jericho wins, the promotion will have a champion with name recognition to casual fans, WWE fans, and lapsed fans, lending credibility to the championship and the company. At the same time, AEW seems to be cultivating itself as a true alternative to the WWE, so a win by Page will show the promotion is serious about promoting new stars and willing to cater to its core audience rather than pandering to others. Still, AEW runs the risk of fans tuning into the promotion's first television show and asking who Adam Page is. Page will have the time to impress new viewers that he's world champion material, so the wise move seems to be putting the belt on Jericho, while Page chases the title, eventually winning it at the next pay-per-view by showcasing his skills and winning over fans other than AEW's existing core. But there you have it guys, our picks for AEW's All Out pay-per-view. Are you planning on watching the show or attending? What do you think of our predictions? Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.